I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, they never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take a few to lose. Built to win, applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I feel like I'm tripping now. You know? But yeah, welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. We have a great show for y'all today. It's Friday, the day after Christmas. So I hope y'all had a great Christmas yesterday. Enjoy time with your family and friends and kids. If you have kids, hope they had some good gifts and stuff like that. But I'm here to talk some sports with my boy Carl. You know, CTC's finals, Carl Talking College. Make sure y'all go check out his YouTube channel. I know right now, I'm pretty sure he's multitasking. There's a bowl game on right now, and he's on the show because he got to talk about that, obviously, on the show. Ravens fan, the Ravens not looking, not too promising right now. A lot of drama. We're going to get to that. But, Carl, you a Pistons fan. Pistons looking sweet right now. But how you doing?
Doing good, man. Like you said, man, hopefully everybody enjoyed their Christmas. Hopefully everybody got good gifts and gave good gifts. It's the season of giving. So hopefully you gave good gifts as well. I got one of my gifts on right now. Shout out to them Spartans. I love this hat. So, and I also ain't got no gear, but I wanted to wear this on the show. So, yeah, but I'm excited to talk this football. Like you said, I will be looking to my left. I think I look to the right on the screen because there is the Rate Bowl between Minnesota and New Mexico currently going on. Minnesota's currently up in the red zone 7-6. In the fourth quarter. And I did pick Minnesota to win, so bring it home for me, my boys.
Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, y'all. Look, we got a lot to talk about today. We got to talk about OKC and the Spurs. So this is a new rivalry brewing in the NBA. We're going to dig into that first. Then we got to talk about Lamar Jackson. There's a report that came out about Lamar Jackson that I was shocked about. And Carl's on the show. We're going to see what Carl got to say about that. And then I'm going to add my 2 cents to it. DK Metcalf gets a two-game suspension in the crucial moment of the Steelers season. I know Carl was like, you know what? I'll take it. I never want nothing like this to happen, but I'll take it. How would this impact the Steelers going forward? You got to talk about that. The Pats and the Broncos, and I can't forget about the Jaguars either. We should throw them in the mix too. Pats, Broncos, and Jags all fighting for the number 1 seed in the AFC. Which team needs that number 1 seed the most? And last but not least, Carl, Dave's 49ers. Looking good, flying under the radar. Shout out to Kev, mentioned this in the chat. Can they? Well, we're going to ask will they get the number 1 seed? Because they control their own destiny. They win out, they get the number 1 seed. They got Seattle last game of the season. And it's Friday, like I said. Dave's not here. But on behalf of Dave, we're going to turn out one time.
Turn me up.
So look, we are streaming this on 4 different platforms: Facebook, YouTube, X, and Twitch. So make sure you like the video on whatever platform you're watching this on. Make sure you follow and subscribe on all of our social media platforms. You can follow us almost everywhere at Refuse to Lose Sports, but on X and Twitch, you can follow us at R2L Sports. And use that comment section. We can see all the comments that we putting down. Share this video with somebody I know. Shout out to Daniel for being the first comment. Happy Friday. Hello, everyone. All right, shout out to you. And last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. Joe, the floor is yours. All right. Let's get right to it, Carl. So I'm using my boy Tomo being here. But look, Thunder and Spurs play again, Carl, on Christmas Day. And the Spurs won again, Carl. I mean, they 3-0 on the Thunder. 3-0. And we're talking about in like 15 days. In like 2 weeks, they have beaten the Thunder 3 times. We're talking about a team that me and you were on this show saying like they got a chance of breaking this record 73-9. We were actually talking about that. We was looking at the betting line for it, which was lower than some people winning the actual game, which is crazy. So Carl, is this a new rivalry brewing?
So me personally, I'm a hold off on the rivalry talk because to me, I feel like rivalries are made in the playoffs. Heat Pacers, that rivalry was made in the playoffs. Pistons Heat was made in the playoffs, 05, 06. So yeah, I'm a hold off on that, but it does look like it is brewing. I do like what I see from the Spurs when Wemby is playing. De'Aaron is being aggressive, Castle being aggressive. My boy Dylan Hopper, which I know I got some flack for saying Dylan Hopper might be the number 1 overall pick, but he balling. I got flack for saying I might pick him over Cooper Flag. Flag is balling, don't get me wrong. But
yeah, he balling.
I did get some flack for that. But no, I don't think so. Not yet. Now, if they meet up in the playoffs and that series does what everybody expected to do, tough for basketball, back and forth, some wins on the road, then yeah, we could definitely start saying that. But I do want to say this. SGA didn't look aggressive at all in that 4th quarter. Now, I didn't watch the entirety of the game. I ain't gonna lie. We was watching Cowboys Commanders. But that 4th quarter, where was Shea? That second half, where was Shea? Shea was just looking like he was, dare I say, scared? He was not aggressive at all. And I didn't like that out of Shea. So, but I will say the Spurs, a lot of people were high on the Spurs, and they showing why you should or could be high on the Spurs.
Now, I will say a rivalry is brewing. It's brewing. Is it here yet? Like Carl said, no, because rivalries are made in the playoffs, but you can sense it coming, right? Because they both are in the Western Conference. So likely they will meet in the playoffs. Now, I was upset last year when Wemby was out for the season because I was talking about this with J-Mo. I wanted to see the Spurs play somebody in a 7-game series because it's going to be hard to adjust to Wemby game-to-game basis because how much space he just take up in the paint. Like his presence alone adjust your whole game plan. J-Dub said in the press conference, they asked him, what do the Spurs do basically good defensively? And he was like, man, they got a 7'5" guy that takes up a lot of space. I mean, point blank. That's all I can tell you. Because, and Carl, when they played on the in-season tournament and Wemby only played 21 minutes and was a plus 21, in my mind, okay, we got a super chat. Shout out to Teddy. Hold up.
Shout out to, I was saying I could work the sounds.
All right. Shout out to my boy Teddy, member for 27 months. If y'all know who Teddy is, Mr. BWT Baseball with Teddy. He got his own show under the network, so make sure y'all go check him out. Konnichiwa. Shout out to the best network on the airways. Hashtag Go Duke. Hashtag Sparty L. Woo.
They beat us. They got us. We want to see our mark.
Dang. All right. Shout out to Teddy. Appreciate you, my boy. All right. So look, shout out to okay, Wemby Glass. Now, Wemby 21 minutes, Wemby plus 21. Right? His impact is crazy. So in the 3 games combined, Carl, Wemby has played 70 minutes and he's been off the floor for 74 minutes. So it's been even. So we got a good sample size of what they look like without Wemby, and we got a good sample size what they look like and the Ravens suck. Dang, your boy lost a Duke and
because the Tigers been beating the Yankees. That's all. That's why.
Oh, okay. All right. So, all right, 70 minutes he's been on the court, Carl. 74 minutes he's been off the court. When he's on the court, Carl, they are plus 47 in these last 3 games. That's crazy. They blowing Thunder out when he's on the floor. And then when he's not on the floor, they are only a minus 10. And that's actually good compared to what OKC's been doing to these opponents, winning by about 18, 19 points a game. And so the difference though is the points it's scoring in the paint. I remember in that first game when Wemby was on the floor, they only scored 2 points in the paint the whole time he was on the floor. So and then also I feel like the Spurs can match the perimeter defense that kind of match it exactly because Thunder got guys in rotation that they can just throw in, but they got guys outside lineup that can put pressure on that ball on the perimeter. So, but obviously Wemby is a factor right there. But I think it is a rivalry brewing, and I'm excited to see it though. And and it's good to see them beating OKC because it looked like OKC was like literally like running away.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It did look like they was running away for with the season. Update: Minnesota scored a touchdown. New Mexico ran the opening kickoff right after 4 touchdowns at a 2-point. It's now tied at 14. It's because if I would have picked New Mexico, it'd have been 14-6. They'd have thrown a pick 6, 21-6. They'd have ran off.
Flag, see, hey, cool flag. I do want to ask you this. This is your boy, all right? This is your boy. The man been balling. Right now, he's first in MVP voting right now, in my opinion. Jokic.
My guy.
Did you see Jokic on Christmas?
I seen the up into I think the third, and then I fell asleep.
Jokic had 18 in overtime.
Jeez.
Yes, he went crazy. So I think he had like 55.
Yeah, he had 55, 16, and 5 or something like that.
Yeah. So Jokic.
No, 16 and 15. I said 5. I'm pretty sure he had a triple double.
Yeah, triple double. Yeah, triple double. Yeah, I was hanging out with some friends earlier today. One of my friends, Elijah, he said that when Jokic touches the ball, good things happen almost every single time. Like he always make the right decision every single time. You ever play 2K or back in the day NBA Live when you playing the computer on Hall of Fame? It's like they make the right decision every single time, and that's what Jokic's been doing, man. So I just want to give Jokic a shout out real quick.
Yep. Hey, I definitely agree. And you bringing back bad memories with that 2K reference.
Yeah, like it was hard to beat the computer though. They ran plays and all that. So, but moving on to your next guy, Lamar Jackson, Carl. Now there's been some stuff going around. You know, there was a report. I don't check out the guy's name by Mike Preston. Mike Preston wrote in an article, and I'm paraphrasing. He wrote in an article and said that things like John Harbaugh was basically getting tired of Lamar. Basically, they said Lamar played video games all night, and because and then the meetings that the guy do. I mean, y'all don't practice in the morning because Lamar prefer y'all don't practice in the morning. They said Lamar be sleeping in meetings and all this stuff, and obviously this all comes out in the midst of y'all looking bad. You know what I mean? Lamar gets hurt and all that stuff. So, Carl, what is your response to all this drama Lamar got going on?
My response is, did y'all know he made a hit piece about Ray Lewis in 04, 05? Did y'all know that? And I found the article was behind the paywall. I'm not paying for it. But did y'all know he said that the Ravens need more Brian Billick and leadership from the young guys and less Ray Lewis? Woo. Would y'all believe that? Ever? About a Baltimore Ravens team? Would y'all ever believe that? No. So it's just, what is this guy talking about? It's just a guy who's probably trying to rage bait to get clicks. Probably what it is. So I don't take this at face value. Plus, we're used to rumors about Lamar Jackson when things going wrong in Baltimore. Do y'all remember 3 years ago how we weren't going to re-sign him and all this other stuff, the whole signing debacle, and then he got one of the highest contracts in the NFL. So this is nothing new. And it's just crazy that they always try to pile on Lamar with an injury when an injury happens. The last time it happened was the PCL injury. Oh, Lamar, he held out. He didn't want to play until he got paid. Now it's a back injury. It's a back injury, bro. Like, what do y'all want him to do? He's not Superman. He's a human just like us. So I have nothing. This doesn't bother me. This is just somebody trying to stir something up for whatever reason. And to me, it's the media still mad that they were wrong about Lamar Jackson. And they're trying to find ways to say, hey, maybe we were still right about him coming out of college. So I don't care about these reports, to be honest. It's just to me, it's just a bunch of BS.
Now, John Harbaugh, they come out and say that he never he's transparent with everybody. People know if he has an issue with somebody, he will go to him straight up. He also mentioned that he's never seen Lamar fall asleep in a meeting, and he's in every meeting. So he kind of like basically threw that article in the trash when he said that. Now, this is what I think the timing of it is crazy. Why? So is he just now falling asleep in practice? I mean, in meetings? You know, like all these years that Lamar been in the league, that report has never come out. But magically it comes out after y'all lose to the Patriots and he's hurt again. Like, it comes out, like you said, when stuff bad is going on. It don't come out when He was an MVP for real last year. It don't come out when that happened. So I think that it's a big of a reach. Now, what I will say is this: y'all got to move on with John Harbaugh next year, man. Y'all just have to, dog. I know you didn't get a chance. I'm gonna give you the floor right now. I know you didn't get a chance to talk about the Patriots game. You know, John Harbaugh not putting Derrick Henry in the game. All right, so I'm gonna get the floor to you so you can address that.
Just Ravens being the Ravens, pretty much. And like we could just never be stress free for our fans. We always got, hey man, this game going too easy. Let's make it a little harder. Let's try to lose the game. Like I don't get it as a Ravens fan. Derrick Henry had 100 plus 2 tuds, and he don't touch the ball after scoring a touchdown. Now, I will say from the press conference clipping that you put in the chat, he did say that it sounded like Derrick Henry was ready for Keaton Mitchell to start the drive. And I was like, what do you mean by that? Hey, bruh, we paying you. Like, I'm not trying to sound like one of them guys, but like, brother, it's crunch time. You got to close. We depend on you. Lamar's out. You wanted to get on that field, bruh. So, but yeah, it's time to move on from John Harbaugh. Like things I'm used to seeing the Ravens do, I don't see no more. Like I remember the Ravens being gutted by injuries, but still being competitive against teams that made the Super Bowl, like the Rams, the Packers, who made the playoffs. Like we were competitive against teams that were good. The playoffs without Lamar, Tyler Huntley just made a boneheaded decision, which lost us that game against the Bengals. But that's a game we could have won. I don't see these things anymore. It seems like now we just lost the team for whatever reason. So I do agree it's time to move on from Brad. But I will say this: some of this stuff is on the coordinators as well. Like for example, Todd Monken on that 2-minute drive, he went instantly to a screen. We lost 5 yards.
You hated that.
Like he gets to too much college stuff, in my opinion. Sometimes this isn't Georgia. This is the NFL. Some of this is on the players too. Like players are part of this as well. We got the Zay Flowers fumbling in crunch time situations. That's just that's something that reoccurs. Mark Andrews drops some big situations that reoccurs. So it's not all coaching, but it's like a big effect, and it seems like nothing is getting fixed. So it might be that time to move on. Now, one last thing I will say. The thing is, who do we move on from? Like he's gone. Who do we replace him with? I don't think Mike McDaniels is leaving the Dolphins. I see a lot of people floating out Brian Flores. Is he really better than Harbaugh as a coach? I don't know. People like him because that Minnesota defense is cooking, but Mike Zimmer had the defense cooking too. They got a lot of good players. They got Grenard, who led the Texans in sacks before he came over there. Murphy was a guy that I'm really high on. Isaiah Rodgers was a guy who was playing well with the coach. He just got caught in that little gambling situation who led him to the Eagles. So to me, it's just like, who would you replace him with that is better? Like, I want him gone too, but I got to think about the coaching carousel as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good question. You don't think Mike McDaniel will leave Miami for Baltimore?
I don't know. I don't know how that works in the NFL. I don't know if it's like college, where if I offer you money, then they buy you out and you could come to us. Because I don't know if he's at the end of his contract on that. But if he is at the end, I can see him leaving for us because we're a better job. No chance for the Dolphins. But if he has years left and we can't like lure him away, then no.
But he might get fired though.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think the Dolphins fire him.
Because you gotta think about it, everybody get a new GM.
I don't think the Dolphins fire him. They're still playing hard for him.
I agree. They are playing hard. You know, but you know how it is with a new GM.
Yeah,
but you're right. The coaching carousel. I'm trying to think of some coordinators out there that you could probably get. None comes to mind, to tell you the truth. This has been a weird year in football, in my opinion. Like, there are a lot of teams that you thought would be good aren't good. Who, like Andy Reid, coaching job is secure. You know what I mean? Like, the Chiefs were bad. His coaching job is secure. Dan Quinn not going to go nowhere. He's going to stay where he's at. You know, so it's a lot of coaches like that, but it's a lot of new teams that like Liam Coleman and all them guys. So maybe y'all take that route, go get a coordinator. But I'm trying to think like
that's what I'm trying to think of, a coordinator. I know Brian Flores' name getting floated out there, but is he really better? Like,
yeah, I do like I wouldn't want Mike McDaniel. Yeah, I think he'll be good with y'all as an OC, but he's not gonna be. He's gonna be a head coach. I feel like Baltimore need that mentality back. Yes,
I agree.
Yeah, like the whole Keaton Mitchell thing, like you are the head coach at the end of the day. Like John Harbaugh's a head coach, just like you've been in every meeting, you hear everything in that headset. And then you know what kills me with him is that on the shout I guess super chat. Shout out to Dimitri with the $4.99 super chat. Steelers fan, if you didn't know. McDonald's. Don't matter who they got. Hashtag Ravens suck.
Like, bro, it's crazy that Steelers fans are so happy because we having a down year. Like, just remember that y'all year is pretty much still the same year as the Steelers. We're just having a down year. Y'all haven't done nothing different. Y'all are like a straight line.
Shout out to Dimitri for the super chat.
And the season not over. That's the whole thing. We win. Y'all lose in Cleveland, which I've done the last 5 out of 6 times y'all played Sunday for the division.
Well, you know what? We can get right to it after this comment. Baltimore can hire Kevin Matudo.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. Who was the Rams? Well, that's Sean McVay calling over there. Clint Kubiak. I mean, his dad.
I love an offensive coach, but I don't know if Baltimore need an offensive coach. I mean, Billick won one as an offensive coach, but
they need a dog, like a defensive. With Brian Flores, bro.
I'm saying, but I don't know, bro. I feel like Brian Flores is just a hot name right now, and if we do pull that trigger, it may not work out.
295 is cursed this season. He ain't say 95. Oh yeah, y'all 295. Y'all 95. Well, it's gonna be 95 too in a second. With the playoff start, my boy. But let's get to the next topic, which is DK Metcalf being suspended for 2 games. Now, Carl, I knew he would get suspended, but I didn't know they were going to do it for 2 games though. Like that kind of shocked me, but I also understand it because he had history with that same fan, and he basically lied when the footage came out and said and showed the footage. Bro, basically did nothing. Like what he did was being a fan. Yeah. I mean, the fan's job is to provoke the players in a respectful way. Like, don't be racist or none of that stuff. Like, he was just being a fan. And he actually came out and did a press conference. I don't know if you saw it. He did a press conference with the news just to clear up that he didn't say nothing racial to DK Metcalf. And he wanted DK to come out and apologize. Or come out, he said if he didn't say it, come out and say that he never said that dude said that. Now, he's suspended for 2 games. He's not going to be there. The Steelers have Cleveland when y'all have the Packers without Jordan Love, by the way. If y'all win and they lose, it will be an AFC North showdown for the division, and y'all will be flexed to Sunday night for sure. They will flex y'all to Sunday night. But if the Steelers beat the Browns, y'all eliminated. And y'all don't have on Tyler Huntley. So, Carl, how will this DK Metcalf suspension affect the Steelers?
All right, so first I want to say I did not see that the fan actually had a press conference, but I did hear about DK coming out and saying that what the fan said through a person in the chat, and it turned out that, like you said, that was a lie. But to me, I kind of go back and forth with this because somebody told me that Darnell Washington was the #1 receiver for the Steelers. It's all jokes, by the way. But I think that the way the Steelers do their offense, they'll be okay, to be honest with you. Like, it's not like DK has been the focal point and the guy who, if he's not going, the Steelers offense isn't going. They've been doing pretty well spreading the football. I'm sorry, it was a big third down play. They've been doing a good job spreading the football. They've been a good job of getting people involved. Aaron Rodgers, it's not like he's going to DK 10 times a game and DK's tearing up the league. To be honest, I feel like Steelers fans are actually disappointed in the production that DK has given them this year, especially with the production that Pickens has given them. So I don't think it's too big of a hit. I will say that it may hurt a little bit in terms of like maybe a go-to guy. But then I go back to the Lions game that just happened. Scotty Miller was making plays on third down. We haven't heard Scotty Miller since he was with the Bucs. So I will give Arthur Smith a ton of credit. He's done a great job drawing up things. I'm pretty sure him and A-Rod go back and forth drawing up plays and game plans for whoever they play that week. And I think they'll do a great job of doing it again. Now that DK is gone, but it is again a place where the Steelers have lost 5 of 6. So you would love to have DK there, but I don't necessarily think that they need DK there.
Yeah. So the biggest hit with DK not being there is his presence. Like the defense is rolled the coverage towards him, so it gives other guys opportunities to get opportunities, right? So with him not being there, he's not that attention. He's not. It's more so like it's better for the defense, especially Cleveland. All right. So and you got Myles Garrett looking for that sack to get that record. So he's going to be hungry against Aaron Rodgers. But I love the Steelers in these last 3 games has been one of the most attractive teams to watch offensively. This is what I mean by this. Like, are they scoring like 50 points a game, 40 points? No, but they are executing. You know what I mean? Like they complete drives. Like especially that Lions game. We're talking about first down, they might get a couple of yards. Second down, they might get 4, and it's a third and 4, and they just convert on third down, right? They third down conversion on against the Lions was incredible. And Aaron Rodgers, this is probably the best. I think the Aaron Rodgers we saw that last year in Green Bay, he's a little bit better than that right now. You know, I'm not gonna say he's an old A-Rod, but he's playing better than that last year in Green Bay to me. Yeah,
I'm trying to think of that last year in Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers, because that was like 3 years ago, and
that
make
last
sure I'm
year,
not getting them confused with other years. But go ahead.
He wasn't terrible. Remember, he won MVP the year before that.
Yeah, I remember
and then
that.
After that, then he like kind of fell off after that.
Oh, by the way, he won MVP without going to OTAs. Continue. That's a chat jab. Continue.
Yeah, I don't think he. I mean, you look at the landscape, he probably did deserve it. I don't know, but a lot of people said Tom Brady should have won it. But I feel like this is probably the best ball I've seen him play. And Carl, like he still throw the ball very good. It looks pretty and all that stuff. But he's been executing. You can just see the difference in him and the other quarterbacks they had in previous years. You know, so with him there, they have a chance. Now, is he carrying them? No, but he is running that offense very well. They are executing. You know, Warren is starting. He broke through last game. He had the catch and he had the both of 2 runs. You know, I mean, sorry. Warren had the runs and Gainwell had the catch.
Yeah, Gainwell had that catch.
All right, Gainwell had the catch. Yeah, that was crazy. Steelers are so balanced and can attack you in almost any way. They have an unlimited pool of personnel to run any offense. Offensive set they want. I agree with that. It's funny because when you that first part of the message, it sounds like they're like elite in all areas. I know that's not what you're trying to say. That's what it sounds like. But yes, the Steelers, I'm with you, they have the personnel where they can line up anyway for real. Right? So, but Aaron Rodgers doing a good job of defense, been stepping up, they've been forcing turnovers. So I don't think the DK Metcalf suspension is going to be a big deal. But I just got to see how it would look because, like I said, the defense just rolled the coverage towards DK Metcalf because he's literally the only bona fide receiver for what they got. So, but I think they can get through Cleveland. But Cleveland is going to be a tough match because, like you said, they've been struggling with Cleveland over the years. And Cleveland, Shador been playing much better. You got the defense hungry for Myles Garrett to break that record, and you know they want to play spoiler. You know, so it's going to be a tough matchup.
Yeah, I agree. Now I will say beyond the Lions game, which I mean, the Lions have been banged up with injuries. We've seen that be a problem against the Vikings on Christmas Day. Hey man, now y'all know I've never really been a fan.
I had flashbacks to the NFC Championship game for a second when I was watching them play.
But the Steelers have scored 0 points in the fourth quarter against the Ravens, and then they scored 7 points in the fourth quarter against the Dolphins. Like I said, beyond the Lions game they scored 17. But fourth quarter scoring.
But they gave up points in the fourth quarter against the Lions.
Exactly. They gave up 14. So that fourth quarter, if the game get close, let's see if that offense can really put up points because, again, 2 out of 3 games they haven't. And if we're being honest, the 2 touchdowns they scored were just big runs in which the Lions defense was tired because the offense didn't generate anything in the third quarter at all.
I will give you that. Like the fourth quarter has been like very shaky for the Steelers, including the Lions game. Like you said, they scored 17, but the Lions
right there. They could have won it. A lot of people saying that first OPI was very weak. I think by the letter of the law, the first OPI is an OPI, but do I think it was also weak? Absolutely. Now, the one on fourth down, no, that's clearly OPI.
Carl,
I think that He was being jammed into the DB. I think that by the letter of the law, it's the right call, but I think it was also kind of weak.
You don't think he was trying to do that though?
He was being jammed. That's what I'm saying though. I think the reason why I think it's the right call, like again, I'm saying it's the right call. The reason why I think it's the right call, because although he's being jammed, he kind of did like dip his shoulder a little bit, but he's being jammed. But I think with the game on the line, hey, bro, you're jamming me. But I do think it's the right call.
I'm not gonna lie. I do think the DB ran to him, but I also think that he didn't try to run around him.
No, he didn't. That's what I said about the letter.
Like he wanted to. It looked like he allowed that to happen. Like he was trying to pick him.
That's what I'm saying. By the letter of the law, it's the right call. But I think that's
it's the right call, period, to me. Because if I'm a rep, it looked like you want this pick to happen. So we're gonna call it.
From the offensive standpoint, I'm trying to run a quick slant. He jamming me.
But he didn't even try to go around him, bro. He just
jamming me.
So, but they called it, and when Jared Goff got the ball and scored, I was like, "No, that's a touchdown."
That was crazy.
I know. And then when they redid the rule, they read it. I was like, "Oh, it makes sense." Though I didn't know that, but it makes sense. You get
it was offensive pass interference. That's why I didn't count. It was offensive pass interference. It was clearly offensive pass interference on Amara. He ran up to Jalen Ramsey and pushed him.
Yeah, he pushed the mess on him too.
Yeah, that was clearly.
And he still didn't score though. That's the crazy thing about it. He didn't score, but then Jared Goff got that fumble and then scored. That was crazy. No, he pushed it back. I think he pushed it back.
He pitched it, and Goff caught
bro, that's heads up.
Yeah,
that was heads up.
Unfortunately, Amara did run up the Ramsey and push him.
He did. He put some mess on him too. And so he put the Ramsey what y'all doing? And they called it. I was like, dang, that stuff they won't call in Philly. But let's go next. We got the number 1 seed up for grabs in the AOC. And guess what? We're not talking about the Chiefs and the Bills and the Ravens. We're talking about the Jaguars, the Broncos, and the Patriots. Who would have thought? Not Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar. We're talking about Trevor Lawrence, Bo Nix, and Drake May. Wow. The new kids on the block. So I'm going to kick this one off. Who needs the number 1 seed the most out of all these teams? And I'm going to say the Broncos. I'm just going to say the Broncos. Yes, I'm sorry, baby. Do the Broncos have the defense? Yes. But, Carl.
Oh, turn this up. I know you about to go turn it up.
Although the Broncos were on like a 11-game win streak, something crazy. It was on a crazy win streak. Do you people talk about the Pats schedule. They also have a weak schedule. But I'm not going to condemn them because they did beat Philly on the road. I thought that Philly game on the road was a game that you can always look at and be like, you know what? That was a good one. Because Philly was playing well, the offense didn't play bad, and they still won the game. But they played too many close games against these sorry teams, Carl. They just play it close. And then they just play the Jaguars, and the Jaguars just ran up the score on them boys. The difference between these 3 teams is that Trevor Lawrence is better than Bo Nix, and Drake May is definitely better than Bo Nix. When I look at Drake May and the Patriots, yes, they got a weak schedule. I understand. But they are wiping the floor against the teams they're supposed to be beating. And also, you look at the losses they have this year, besides the Raiders game, you could say that it was self-destruct. You look at the Steelers game. They had what? 6 turnovers in the game?
5.
They had 6.
I think it was the Lions just had 6. They had 5, and I think like 4 of them was like in the red zone or something like that.
Yes. 3. Drake May scored. Drake May fumbled. Steve was in. My goodness. All right. So it was 5. Okay. And against the Bills, they just collapsed. You know what I mean? They had the lead and they collapsed. But and then the Jaguars. Now the Jaguars is a sneaky team. I feel like they've been flying under the radar also. And then until they beat the Broncos. I feel like the Jaguars, they do have a high ceiling in the AFC. Like they can win and get to Super Bowl. But would I be surprised if they become one and done? No. You know, I feel like out of all 3 of the teams, the Patriots are the strongest team. But who needs the number 1 seed the most? I think it's the Broncos because Bo Nix will have to go on the road against one of these high-ranked teams and actually win, and he will have to win them a game. I feel like the number 1 seed with the road going through Denver will be a home field advantage also with the altitude, hard to breathe, and all that. Just playing in Denver. So I'm gonna go with the Broncos.
Wow, I thought we might agree on this topic. I'm going with the Patriots. Why? Because of an experience. the Broncos at least played in the playoffs last year. Although it was on the road, it was against the Bills,
And
but
he
they at
got
least
whooped.
got that playoff experience. But you still
I
got
got
the
you.
experience.
I got you.
The Patriots don't have any playoff experience. The only one that does is what Diggs and Mac Hollins. But Drake May, second year guy, really his first full year taking over the team, no playoff experience. Bo Nix, first year last year, he took over the team. He got the experience. Then to me, I know you're saying that their defense is really good, and to me, defense travels. So they'll still have the home game, but if they were to meet up against the first seed, their defense travels. They play well. Now, I know what you're saying about the Jags, and they ran up the score. They ran up the score late. That game was tight throughout the majority of it. And I will say Jacoby Meyer being traded to the Jags was so underrated, but that was a huge pickup for the Jags. I think the Jags offense has been a lot better since getting Jacoby Meyer. And I really, my main reason for the Patriots is lack of experience. The Broncos, they at least have experience. And at the best, they had road experience. Now they'll still have the home game because they won't. It's not like they're not going to. Well, they may still lose the division. Who knows? I don't have the Chargers beating the Texans, but it's neither here nor there. I just think, man, the Patriots' lack of experience. You would love to have that number one seed, have that home field advantage in Foxborough. I think that's what it is. Teddy, correct me if I'm wrong. You can correct me too. You kind of in the area, but you would love to have that home field advantage throughout the playoffs if you're in New England, especially with Vrabel as a head coach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but that Jazz game, the Jazz were winning that game, and then yes, they weren't up by 25 the whole game, but they kind of dominated that game though.
Yeah, I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm just saying it was still tight, and then the Jags just pulled away.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I'm with you with the experience thing. I'm with you, and they do have I look at their roster. They don't have a ton of guys over there with playoff experience either. So I got you. You know, Variable is an experienced coach, like you said, but so is Sean Payton. You know what I mean? So, and then you look at Trevor Lawrence. He's been to the playoffs. You know, actually won a playoff game. You know, and win against Mahomes. So he got the experience too. So I understand that, but trust me, if the Pats was playing somebody on the road and the Broncos was playing at home, I might trust the Pats to win. If they play each other, I'm taking the Patriots.
I don't know.
I'm taking the Patriots, bro. Like the Patriots, man, they got something brewing over there. But we'll see what happens though. Like you said, like we've been saying, they haven't really been tested by one of these top tier teams.
Yeah.
You know, I really thought y'all would have been one of the top tier teams, but you know,
just not a great year to be as a Raven this year. But
it's not a great year to be, like he said, on 295 this year. Shout out to Kev. All right, but let's move on to the Broncos. All right, hold on.
I mean 49ers.
First, I got to beat Trevor Lawrence for number one pick, and had a good history in playoffs, giving up leads.
What leads have he given up?
He
came back.
He came back. Oh, you talking about Justin Herbert?
Yeah, Herbert the one that gave up a lead.
You talking about Justin Herbert? Justin Herbert is the one you got to be worried about, but he did throw 3 picks though.
Yeah, he did. The first half, absolutely. He tried to get the Chargers that playoff game, and the Chargers was like, "Nah, here you go, take it back." He threw 2 pick sixes, if I'm not wrong.
It was, I don't know what 2. I know
he threw 1 for sure.
Junior had like 2 of them jumps.
Yeah, I know he had 1.
Oh, he had all 3.
I don't know about that, but I know he threw a pick 6. Can't remember if Lawrence threw 2 of them joints. I knew he threw 1.
That joint was terrible. All right, so speaking of pick sixes, this guy threw a pick 6. Sounds funny. Was it a pick 6 after he threw those 5 touchdowns?
Did he? Nah, that was Phillip Rivers who threw a pick 6 on Monday night.
Oh, that's Phillip Rivers. Okay, cool.
He threw it to my boy D Winters out of TCU. Shout out.
Yeah. Hey, that was a good read too. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
That man was studying film. Good job. But the 49ers are flying under the radar. Right now, they will be matched up against the Eagles as the playoff starts today. And Cass said, bring all the smoke. I don't know if you want that, but he said, bring it on. But the 49ers control their own destiny. They play the Bears this weekend, and then they play the Seahawks at the end of the season, which can possibly be for the number 1 seed. So if they win out, they will get the number 1 seed. So I'm going to ask you, Carl, will the 49ers get the number 1 seed?
Yes. Why? Because I think they're going to beat the Bears, which the Bears' superpower for this year has been running the football and forcing teams to turn the ball over. I think Brock Purdy may have a turnover just because of how stingy this Bears defense has been. Mm-hmm. But overall, I trust C-Mac to to keep the ball on the ground and do a great job against this Bear defense. And do I really trust Caleb Williams? I get he had to come back against the Packers, although it was very heroic. It was very crazy. But I feel like the Packers kind of melted down, giving up that onside kick. And then everything that followed after that, Jordan Love got hurt. It kind of would look like a meltdown. Sorry, Luke. But I think I trust the 49ers in that game. And then that leaves it to a game for it all against Sam Darnold. Do I trust Sam Darnold in a playoff type atmosphere for the number 1 seed? Absolutely not. Y'all can say whatever y'all want about that Rams game. They came back and won to me in spite of their quarterback. Rashid Shaheed took a punt to the crib. They got the 2-point conversion. Then when the Sam Darnold got the ball back, Sam Darnold threw the ball deep. No, they ran a screen to Rashid Shaheed, who was the high hand. He got like 30 yards, and then they ran a play that was brilliantly drawn up, a throwback to a wide open tight end with nobody within like 10 yards of him. And then they get the 2-point conversion on the most craziest thing that shouldn't have counted, by the way, because the ball was blown dead before Zach Charbonnet picked it up. I went back and looked, and I heard a whistle before Charbonnet picked it up. That should have been blown dead, should not have counted. Now, I give him credit for the drive in overtime. The throw to Cooper Kupp was amazing. It was like really the only throw he really had for real. That was amazing. But I don't trust Sam Darnold in big games. He throws 2 interceptions. He almost threw a pick 6. He threw a pick, but it was almost a pick 6 against the Rams. Against the Lions last year, he was terrible. In the playoffs after that, he was terrible. And I see him going against the 49ers with the number 1 seed on the line being terrible again. So, yeah, I think the 49ers will get it. Now, I think that obviously changes if the 49ers lose to the Bears, but I think I got the 49ers beating the Bears.
Yeah, I'm with you too. I got the 49ers beating the Bears. And I want to give the Bears a credit, man. Like the Bears, I've been hard on them this year, and the Bears been balling. You know, they clinched the playoffs. Shout out to Caleb Williams for making it to the playoffs. You know, it's funny. All the quarterbacks from my boys' draft, they all going to the playoffs.
Hold on, time out. Pull up Teddy's quote. I'd never hated on Caleb Williams. I was the one a fan of Caleb Williams. Now, previous USC quarterbacks, yeah. But did you know Jackson Dart went to USC? And I was like one of the biggest Jackson Dart fans.
What previous quarterbacks you didn't like at USC?
John David Booty, Mark Sanchez. Who else came out of USC?
Matt Leinart.
I actually love Matt Leinart in college.
Okay. Yeah.
I was a kid. That was Reggie Bush and them.
Yeah, Reggie Bush like that. Yeah. What can I talk about with no receivers?
You're talking about the injuries, Roma Dunze and Luther Burden. I don't know if they're still out.
I know.
If you're talking about the Bears. Oh, you talking about the 49ers with no receivers? I mean, they ain't had receivers all year for real. What? Kendrick Bourne been out. Ricky Pearsall been out the lineup. Brandon Ayuk been out the lineup. They receive. As long as they got Christian McCaffrey, they straight. I like Carson Palmer, by the way, Teddy.
You say you do, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But I say, who don't like Carson Palmer? He's a baller. But so I'm with you too. I got them beating the Bears. That's what he's saying. I mean, the Broncos don't got receivers either. I mean, they came in and beat y'all. But that's before they got Jalen Phillips, though. I got them beating the Bears. And like I said, I want to give the Bears credit. The Bears been balling. Shout out to Ben Johnson. Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. Everybody from my boys' class making it to the playoffs. Having really good years, too, by the way. Oh, my bad, I forgot. I forgot about 9, my bad. But he did beat Jaden Daniels, though. He beat Jaden Daniels this year. Caleb beat him this year. And I think that's it. So I know next year, Bo Nix beat us, but he didn't beat Jaden Daniels, obviously. But next year, we're going to play all of them next year. So what just happened, Carl?
I don't know who this backup quarterback is, but he just did some really crazy things for a first down on 1st and 10. He should have been sacked like a 6-yard loss.
No, facts. It possibly a number 1 seed is crazy. Because look, if they get the number 1 seed, Carl, C-Mac got to be in the MVP convo. He got to be considered as an MVP. Well, all the injuries they got on both sides of the ball, and all the touches he's gotten, and he will be the third. It will be the third time a running back has had 1,000 rushing yards and 1,000 receiving yards, and the only 2 other running backs that have done it has been Marshall Faulk and him. And they get the number 1 seed, Carl, and in the best division in football too. Come on, man.
All right, let me ask you this.
Huh?
Is Kyle Shanahan head coach of the year?
Yes, I'm writing that right here. Kyle Shanahan should be coach of the year, and CMC should be considered an MVP.
You know why I asked that question, right?
Why?
Because 49ers fans wanted him fired last year.
Well, they wanted him fired 2 years ago, too. After he won the Super Bowl.
I tried to talk him off the ledge. I've been talking him off that ledge. But, I mean...
I'll take Kyle Shanahan.
I take him. Shoot. We both take him. Hey, here go John Harbaugh. Give me Kyle Shanahan. Boy, hey, turn Lamar up. Please give me Kyle Shanahan.
Lamar go crazy with Kyle Shanahan. And Derrick Henry.
Man. Spoiled over there in San Fran.
C-Mac is the all-out nucleus of all of it all. And Kyle definitely been cooking. Yeah, man, Kyle Shanahan been cooking. Like, man. And I really think the last game on the line for the number 1 seed, I really think Robert Saleh will be ready for Sam Darnold. I think he has a game plan prepared for Sam Darnold. And Robert Saleh also might get a coaching job. Would you like him, Carl?
I'll take Robert Saleh.
I actually like him with the Jets.
I don't feel like the Jets' problems were his fault. I just feel like stuff didn't work out like they thought it would. A-Rod got hurt like 3 plays into the year. He was supposed to come his first year. And then the year after, it was just a disarray. I don't think it was Saleh's fault.
Facts. And you know, a good DC got to go get a good
OC.
It's going to be an attractive OC job.
Yep.
It's going to be an attractive one. And he coming from the Kyle Shanahan tree. He got connect. Man, Kyle, give me one of these play callers you got, bro.
I for sure take Robert Saleh.
Yeah, man. Whitecap, man, he'll take our defense up next year.
Right. We got the pieces.
Yes. He will be a head coach, I think, next year. He will be a head coach. Because what he did to the like you said, like you're gonna see him on the sideline. Like he's fit to be a head coach. The way the energy he has and all that stuff, and how he got his defense balling with out there top guys. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, they lost Funga last year to free agency, Greenlaw last year to free agency. They lost Fred Warner to injury. They lost Travarius Ward to free agency. And they just bring in guys like Jair Brown and they drafted Upton Stout. You got guys like Ronaldo Green, who I was high on out of Florida State, but D Winters back up, and they still balling.
They are, man. Their defense is making plays. So shout out to him. Now Philip Rivers was eating them up though. I ain't gonna lie. He was doing his thing.
You know, short game, reading at the line of scrimmage for sure. Definitely was balling.
Yeah, shout out to Philip Rivers for that, right? It's showing these youngsters that it ain't hard. Just study film, all right? But yeah, so all for the marbles, I'm taking the 49ers. And Brock Purdy, you know how good the 49ers are? Brock Purdy threw 5 touchdowns and nobody talked about it for real. Like I was in the chat worried about the fantasy game, and I'm like, this man just threw 5 touchdowns, and nobody's like really talking about it for real. You know, because we know, I'm not trying to take away from Brock Purdy, but Kyle was cooking. Like even Brock Purdy said that at the end of the game.
Hey, I be trying. I know Dave be hating it, but I be like, bro, we seen Mac Jones cook with Kyle Shanahan, bro. Like you have to wonder sometimes.
I mean, he said himself. He said Kyle was in his bag. That's what he said. And the reporter, what do you mean when you say Kyle was in his bag? She didn't know what that meant. That was funny. But yeah, so yeah, Kyle was in his bag, man. Kyle was in his bag. And Carl, we got a little bit more time. Let's dig into another matchup. Let me see. All right, so I know somebody mentioned. Oh, you know what? Somebody hit a question. This might put up a question on about the Chargers and the Texans. Huh?
Oh, did I? I ain't see that one.
Oh, did you mention that? You said you think
I mentioned it. I mentioned it. Yeah, I think the Texans gonna beat the Chargers.
That's another big game right there.
Very.
Yeah, the Texans keep their playoffs hopes alive. I'm trying to think. They can get eliminated though if they win, right?
No, I think they're solidified. I feel like the 7 is kind of solidified, ain't they? Let me look.
No, I don't think they clinch yet.
I mean, not the 7. I think the wild card. I know our division is not solidified, but I think
I'm looking at right now. The Texans are not in yet.
Oh, because
no, it's them.
Oh, they play the Colts. They play the Colts again. They play the Colts again.
But the Colts, but
I know, but yeah,
the Colts ain't gonna make it. But like for them, if Houston loses and the Colts win, who the Colts play this week? They play the Jaguars. But they play the Jaguars at home. So if they beat the Jags, and the Texans lose, they will be playing for the 7th seed.
Yeah.
And there's no way because y'all still kind of had a chance to get the 7th seed.
Nah, we
But y'all-
couldn't. I don't think we could have got into the wild card even if we'd have won. We had because we
Not-
lost to the
not
Texans
last
head to
week.
head.
I think y'all lost to the Steelers.
Steelers, yeah, that ruined it. Yeah, that ruined that.
That messed that up because I would love to see y'all and Pittsburgh in the playoffs.
I mean, I had it to start the year, like in the preseason.
But we all know that ain't gonna happen. And y'all working on thin ice, Carl. Like, woof.
You ain't gotta tell me.
Y'all working on thin ice, man.
You not to tell me.
Are the Texans out? No, the Texans not out yet. The Texans are not out.
They win this week. They're in.
The NFC playoffs is set, except for who's winning the NFC South?
We already had that topic.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Remember, we both picked the Panthers.
Yeah. The Bucks. They got that Panthers
Blew
win
another
was
lead.
huh?
Blew another lead. I watched that game.
Bruh, that was
And they blew that lead.
the best. I don't think they blew a lead. It was going back and forth kind of.
Yeah.
The Panthers, that win was probably the biggest win they had since Cam Newton left. Like, that was a huge win. They like put them in the driver's seat. I think the Rams win got them in the driver's seat.
That was crazy. That was big, especially all them 4th downs they converted.
Yeah, great Shanahan. Ball. Yeah, I think if they get the number 1 seed, Shanahan coach of the year. If they don't get number 1 seed, it should be probably Sean Payton. Nah, Sean Payton.
I like Sean Payton.
They schedule, bro.
But even with this weak schedule that the Patriots have, nobody projected them to be this good.
That's
true. With the Broncos, they made the playoffs with Payton, and they just took another step. Nobody had them winning that division. Nobody had them possibly being a number 1 seed, let alone a lot of people didn't even have them making the playoffs.
Facts.
So I think if Shanahan don't get the number 1 seed, I'm going Vrabel.
I think Liam Coleman has a chance too.
Yeah, first year head coach, having the Jaguars with 4 losses and play for the number 1 seed. A lot of people was ready to kick Trevor Lawrence to the curb.
Facts.
Yeah.
It's gonna come down to that. If the 49ers don't get the number 1 seed, whoever get the number 1 seed in the AOC, that coach should get it.
I'm not too mad at that argument.
You know,
I'm voting Mike Vrabel, but I'm not mad at that argument you have.
Yeah, because Sean Payton, they 13-3.
Yeah.
You know,
Patriots
like 12-3.
12-3.
You know, the Broncos already played. They just beat the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you see that when Chris Jones was talking like we can't beat ourselves? And
then he jumped off sides
on 4th and 2.
Yep.
Yeah. One is coming back. One coming back.
Yeah, it's possible. They was rumors that he may be back. He's a freak, man. He been played through some stuff that have more people out.
Oh my goodness! They say he might come back. I think it's out for the year.
Nah, I think it is possible that he may be back, especially if the 49ers get a 1 seed. I think that is possible.
He'll be turned up. Yeah, so the NFC is already set except for the NFC South. The AOC is kind of set except for the AOC North and the 7th seed. But the seeding is still in play. Nobody has solidified their seeding yet, nowhere.
Yeah.
Except for the Eagles are the only one who won their division out of anybody in the NFL. Because our division is so bad.
Yeah, you're right. Because even the AFC South, not South, AFC West is still
it's still up. Yeah. So the Eagles are the only one who clinched the division at 10-5. And they legit got the worst record outside of the Panthers.
I think can the Pats clinch if they win this week against the Jets or no?
The Pats clinched the number 1. Oh, clinched
the division.
The division. They got a tiebreaker with the Bills?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Because they got one. They are 1 win ahead of the Bills. That's it.
Yeah, I know. And let's see. The Pats are 3-1 in the division. They play the Jets and the Dolphins to end. The Bills are 3-2. So,
but the Pats also play.
They play the Jets and the Dolphins games. Yeah.
So,
but the Bills got 2 division losses.
And the Bills, and they got kind of the same conference record too. So I don't know how the tiebreaker work with that. But I don't know if they win, they clinch.
That is interesting.
But I know y'all matchup is gonna be big.
For sure. Tomorrow, 8:00. Shoot, the Texans Chargers right before us, 4:30.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big one. That's gonna be a big one right there. That's gonna determine the seedings. What did it say? 49ers just need 2 more games to win.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier in the episode.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Yeah, the 49ers are See, this is why I be telling Dave you got to talk about finals more in the chat because they should be like a top topic every show. Look, they fly under the radar. They are the 5th seed and they're 11. Dang, the Rams are
the
the
NFC
5th seed at 11-4.
NFC is crazy this year, bro. The NFC is what the AFC normally is.
Dang. But the AFC also, the Bills are the 6th seed at 11-4.
Yeah, but then no, you're right. I guess it's just odd division. You're right.
Yeah, y'all division
11-4, Texans 10-5. You're right.
And the Packers are already in. So I think Jordan Love is not playing, and I think that's smart.
He's out.
Yeah, I think that's smart. So like, let that man just rest and get him healthy. Because remember last year he wasn't healthy in the playoffs. And Malik Willis is a really good backup.
Yeah, he really is. Like. Yeah, he was drafted in the 3rd round to be a starter, but he's a really good backup.
Really good backup, and he wins when he comes in the game. When he starts,
don't need to win this Saturday. Let's relax a little bit. Let's calm down on that talk. What?
And Lamar out too, right?
Is he officially out? No, I just saw doubtful.
Oh, okay. I thought he was out. I know they said Tyler Huntley gonna start.
Oh, I didn't see that. If he is,
I didn't see that because official report. Somebody was saying Malik Willis versus Tyler Huntley, so it was an official report. So, but all right, we can write this up then, man. We can write this up. The Bears versus the Packers was crazy. Yeah,
insane. Luke was at the game. Shout out my boy Luke.
Oh, he was. Oh, he was probably. He was probably because he a Bears fan, right?
Yeah, from Chicago. He likes all Chicago schools. Teams.
Nah, he an MSU fan.
That's what I said. I meant to say teams, not schools. He went to Michigan State with me. Of course, he likes MSU.
Hold on. So MSU is a. Oh, okay. He went to MSU. Oh, he went to MSU. Okay, that's why. That's how I know. Okay. All right, cool. What? Is there like a big school in Chicago?
In Chicago itself, no. In Illinois, yes.
Illinois. You got Illinois. Yeah.
Wait, is Northwestern in Chicago? Northwestern might be in Chicago. I might have been wrong, actually. Northwestern's a Big Ten school. They just won their bowl game today, 34-7. Shout out to them.
Let's get it. All right. Well, my last word would be shout out to the whole R2 network. Shout out to the whole R2 family. I did want to say this on the show. For those who don't know, Tomo's father had passed away, and we just want to send condolences to him and his family and prayers to him and his family. He did post it on his social. That's the only reason I'm telling y'all, because he posted on his social media. I let him know ahead of time that I was going to announce it on the show. So if you talk to Tomo, just give him your condolences. He wanted to come on the show. I told him to take the week off, take a break, and let me know when you want to come back on. Like, you don't have to rush it. I told him to take time off and spend time with your family and everything like that. So just condolences to Tomo and his family and prayers to y'all. And yeah, man, anything you need, we got you, my brother. We got you.
Facts. Condolences for sure. Take care, co-prayers.
Mm-hmm. Co-prayers, yeah. Yeah, that's that. Right. But you got Northwest. Yeah, look, he said it's Dimitri.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wasn't sure that was Chicago or not. So
yeah, so I always want to say that first. But once again, shout out to the whole R2 network. Shout out to the whole R2 community. We appreciate all of y'all. If you don't know what the R2L community is, become a member. As you can see under me and Carl, it says become a R2L member. If you just click the link in the description, it's a link in the first link in the description. If you can't see that, just send us a DM on Instagram at Refusal Lose Sports. We have a chat for almost every single sport. All the chats right now are free except for the NBA, NFL, and the VIP chat. But all the other ones, baseball, college football, college basketball, we're just adding people. The first 30 that's in, that's when the cap is gone. All right. So if you want to be a part of these chats for free, let us know. Or if you want to become an actual member, and we could throw you in the NFL about to ramp up. Playoffs around the corner. It gets real crazy in the NFL chat. So make sure y'all become members and do that, and join the 24-hour session. Literally, like when we get off these shows, we are in the chat. In the morning, we're in the chat. At night, we're in the chat. Throughout the day, we are in the chat. You can access us 24/7 and speak your mind, basically, right? Get whatever on your chest, and we don't discriminate. Like if you making sense, we listen. If you don't make sense, we will let you know. Straight up, that's how it is. We keep it real in these chats, and we have a lot of fun. All right. And my Commanders, I mean, we lost to the Dallas Cowboys, which I figured. I picked us. I think we were at plus 6.5.
I think y'all got all the way up to 8.5.
We did. All right.
Yeah.
So I did. I picked that, and we actually won. All right, I actually won that on Phase.
If you got 8.5, you won. If you got 6.5, you lost.
No, actually, I put Dallas to. I think it was 7.5, Carl.
It got up to 8.5. I saw 8.5. I don't know when y'all.
7.5.
Yeah, but if you pick Dallas as minus 7.5, you lost.
No. I want to do this, man. Hold on. Because I went 3-1 on Christmas. I mean 2-1 on Christmas.
2-1, yeah. Shout out.
I lost
Broncos minus 13.5.
Yes. Guys, why I keep doing this? The one time I bet the Broncos, and I ain't actually bet, but the one time I picked Dallas minus 6.5.
Okay.
And they won by 7, right?
Yeah, they won 23-30.
Perfect. And Broncos, the one time I picked the Broncos to not blow somebody out, they blew them out. It was the Raiders. It was the second time around.
Mm-hmm.
That guy. So like I said, the Commanders, y'all is what it is. Kings, I mean, we got dealt with by the Pistons. I mean, yeah. We beat the Rockets though. We beat the Rockets. So, but we suck, man. Like we about to get a lottery pick. I hope we do get the first overall pick because we got some top guns coming in this draft that could change the franchise. So that's what I want us to get one of these guys. But that's what I got. And shout out to you, Carl, for being on.
All right. First of all, appreciate you for having me. Secondly, I'm gonna piggyback on the chats. If you do become a member, because I know there's some new members in college basketball and college football and baseball, don't be afraid to talk. Like, don't be a chat member and just be silent. Because what's the point of that? Say something. We got bowl games. You got a favorite baseball team. Something. Speak up. And at least introduce yourself, who you are. Say something. But again, man, appreciate you having me on the show. Ravens, don't break my heart tomorrow. Like, at least win. If the Steelers win, at least I can feel good that we won. And I got $20 on the game. But at least win. Pistons keep winning games that we're supposed to win. Again, it's January, so I ain't gonna keep to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota! They won. He doing double coverage, and Allen comes down with the touchdown. Oh my God! Oh, my bad. Jalen Smith. Wrong person. Jalen Smith.
Yeah. Touchdown
in overtime. Minnesota wins the Rainbow. PJ Fleck stays undefeated in bowl games. Oh, my God. Well, hey, man. We got that live reaction, too. But, hey, I got to update the bowl record. Currently 9-5. Thank you.
Okay.
But, yeah, Pistons, keep doing what you do. We got the Jazz tonight. Currently sitting at 24-6. Please beat the Jazz. I don't think I got nobody in no runnings for any type of awards, but maybe JB Bickerstaff Coach of the Year, maybe as of right now, but it's a long season. K for All-Star. I would say K for MVP, but Joe Kids is doing something.
What about Clutch Player of the Year?
For sure. Forgot about that. Appreciate you, Joe. K for Clutch Player of the Year for sure. What else I got to say here? MSU, we going into Big Ten conference play after Cornell. So I'm excited for that. Big Ten looks like it's going to be another gauntlet. You got Michigan, you got us, you got Nebraska, surprisingly. You got Indiana might be okay. I'm missing a big gun right now, too, and it's blowing me. USC got one loss. You got UCLA. You got a ton of guys in the Big Ten to look out for this year. So it should be a great Big Ten season. I'm excited for that. Pat Fitzgerald, let's go. Hopefully I can wear this doing football. I'm going to wear it regardless, but I can wear this with pride during football season because I'm sick and tired of MSU being trash in college football. I think that's all I got for y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all for watching. If there's a topic that you would like to listen to, we talked about, Sam Darnold kinda if they were to play the 49ers. We talked about the Ravens, Steelers, Spurs, OKC. So go back and watch.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. That's all we have for y'all today.
Joe, my fault. CTC will be live tomorrow morning. How am I not going to plug my show? CTC will be live tomorrow. We got 7 to 8 bowl games to discuss. And then we got the playoffs starting New Year's Eve as the touchdown has been confirmed for Minnesota.
You previewing the playoffs?
Yes, tomorrow morning. Okay. Yes, sir. And I will send you that information as soon as we get off the line. So please tune into my show, CTC, Carl Talking College on YouTube. we will be discussing the bowl games for tomorrow.
Yep, and his YouTube is also in the link. It's a link in the description, so you can go in the description and you can click on Carl Talking College, and it will take you right to his YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, check out his content. Carl know what he's talking about. He's locked in, as you can see, right? Locked into these games, and he's super accurate. Obviously, he's not perfect. Nobody is perfect. We can't just guess the future. That's why we watch the games, but he can give you some really good analysis on what might be happening. All right, so shout out to you, Carl.
Yeah, and I'll say this, Joe, my fault. I didn't pick 240 games in college football to date. I'm not at 100 losses yet. I feel like that's a big accomplishment. I didn't pick 242 games. I have 85 losses.
Dang, that's a high win percentage. No. I'm about to take a shot, Mike. We're going to keep going. But that's all we have for y'all today, and we'll see y'all Tuesday, the next episode. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.